Right now I'm thinking what to eat. Any suggestions? Don't make it anything that takes too long to cook though, because I don't want to be in the kitchen forever. Whoa. I am very well. A little hungry, but well. Yep, I'm alive. See? Yeah, why, Saba? You got something you want to chat about? I'm alive. Totally. Totally. Did it freeze? Oh, no, it didn't. What am I sitting here being boring with you guys? Doesn't matter. My age doesn't matter. I can be boring if I want to, no matter what my age is. Next question. Hey, Cece. What are you guys doing out there in the middle of the day? Have you eaten yet? Because that's all I could do is think about food. I think I might make a fresh focaccia. Been my goal right now is to make a fresh focaccia. Make a nice little sandwich with that. But I'm torn because if I end up making the focaccia I have in mind, it has goat cheese on it and balsamic sauteed balsamic onions and a few like sun-dried tomatoes. So it'll be too like much stuff on the top to make it into a sandwich. So I'm just kind of torn. I could make two focaccias, but I don't think I want to. So that's just my dilemma for right now. I will figure it out. I will eat. Well, trust me, I think I'm probably going to end up with granola and berries, though. That go to. Hoot? Well, thank you. I'll look that one up. I'm in the United States, if that's what you're asking, Saba. Where am I from? It's kind of a loaded question, don't you think? Not that I don't like loaded questions. It's just, it's a loaded question. I can't even see your face. So I'm not giving out too many details. But I'm in the U.S. And if I told you where I am now, it doesn't because I'll be leaving here soon too, so it does not matter. Where I am does not matter. Where I'm from doesn't matter. It is where I'm going. It's where I'm going, Sala. You want to see me withstanding? You're about to get, I don't know who you are, but you're about to get, if that's the same person, are you the same person asking me the same? Because I ignored the first one. You're going to get blocked. And timeout or something like that, whatever that stuff is. You don't need to see me withstand. We don't always get the things that we want. Now, do we, Mad Writer? Can't have everything. A real timeout. How long you want to be in timeout for, Mad Writer? You choose since this is your first time. As I could put you in there for 10 seconds, 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, or 24 hours. So you decide. Don't have WhatsApp. I don't use WhatsApp. I won't download, but I need it. The only person that I spoke to on WhatsApp was my grandmother in Nigeria, and she passed away, so I don't need WhatsApp anymore. Oh gosh, what's wrong with my country? A loaded question too, but a good one. I think what's wrong with most societies right now, I can't say it's like just one country, to be perfectly honest. Each country has their own, epidemics and different things that are going on that are ruining the society whole and like just the image of what life is supposed to be like. I don't know if you've looked up like what's happening in China. They have this thing called the lonely death that's happening. All these people that, sought to achieve certain goals and aspirations, become lawyers, doctors, etc. But you can't, like everybody can't become the same thing. So their society is seeing a lot of people not being able to make it because there's not enough in the economy. Look that up, lonely death. So every economy has something wrong. So I don't necessarily harp on like what's wrong with my country. No. I try to look at like focus positive, like, what can you do in spite of? The way I think. So, stepping off camera. I have to know you to tell you all of my conspiracy theories. But if there's one thing I could put my finger on, I feel like it's too much hustle and bustle. Like everybody and everything, it's like work, work, work. And I think that's the like, it's one of those cycles, one of those, mindsets that they ingrain. Granted, everybody gets that you can't be successful but without hard work, right? But there's this like, I don't know, there's this mentality that's been ingrained where it's like, oh, we just won't get out. People that have succumbed to that frame of mind or that thinking, or I don't know. I feel like all societies could aim to, right? Nothing is perfect, right? So that's all I got for you guys, though. That's just me shuffling these cards. Yeah, I'm a pretty laid back person. I like to chill. I enjoy, the simple things in life. I can find peace in a lot of. You should be able to find peace everywhere, right? Like thing, like when I was in that lifestyle of like hustle and bustle and having to be up super early and rush, rush, like I found simplicity and pleasure in getting up earlier than I need to so that I could move slower and enjoy my moments. So, like, okay, if I get up at 4:30, got plenty of time. You got 2 whole hours to, to commit to myself every morning before I start committing myself to get ready for everybody else. Because that's really what we're doing when we're, getting dressed and, we're ready for everybody else out there. We're not, no matter how much we have to, dress for the way we feel or where we're going or et cetera, we are still preparing for what we're not even at yet. And I like to enjoy, my space and my moment. So, my goal is always to wake up a little bit earlier than I have to move so that I can move a little slower towards the moving. Because that's, I don't know, I just feel like that's a part of the miracle morning. Like I don't feel like it's a book, it's a thing. Before I knew it was a thing, I was just called to get up in the morning and like read my Bible and clean my house and prepare hot breakfast for my children and mosey around and surf the internet and do whatever else I wanted to for 2 full hours, right? Why not? And it also came from because like I had a narcissistic mother who told me, well, you just need to make more time in the day. And so, I was, when she said that initially, I was like, well, once I figure that out, I'll be the richest woman alive, which reminds me. But ultimately, I feel like that was what I did. I made more time in the day and I found more, happy by just appreciating the smaller things, like being able to have the time to go for a walk. Because for me right now, the biggest thing is like making sure that I have dinner on the table for my kids and, just different things, mom things, as well as business things. So it kind of spreads us thin, when you think about it. And if you're in that rush, rush, rush mindset, you really are focused on the actual moments for yourself a lot of the times or for the people around you. I know I wasn't. I was dragging my kids to, work with me on weekends and, the after hours just because that's what we do, right? And everybody's like, oh, you're, such a strong person. It's like we didn't, like they get a choice, but, it builds character, but there's also a lesson in that too, I think, for a lot of us. To know to like back up from it, when to say it's like, oh, you know what? I don't have to be like that. Like life doesn't have this way. And that's what I decided, and that's how I live now. So if all you hear me talk about is like, oh, what am I gonna eat? What should I cook that doesn't take super long? Not that I'm not interested in the super long tasks, but I like, again, I like to be in the right energy for everything. So if I'm gonna cook something that's like a very luxurious meal, you have to have the energy. I feel like that's how people should approach things too. I think that's super important. It's like your mindset. I tell my son that because he's like struggles with working out and going to the gym and stuff like that. And I tell him, it's about how you look at it. Oh, I got to go to the gym. Be like, oh, I get to go before I have to go to school. If you put one and the other, it might make it look better. You just never know, right? And it's a part of like balancing life, right? Because I don't feel like life is supposed to be rigid one way or another. Like, oh, you're supposed to be totally healthy. No, you're supposed to have some chocolate and some junk food and, scream a little, not at people, but like just in general, like be loud and, we do that a lot when I see that happen a lot with me and my children when we play board games. Oh, it gets so live and it can go on for hours and it's just a fun moment. Like I wish I could record it a lot of the times because of the things that we say that come up in the midst of the game. It's just so much fun. And I think a lot of people are starting to realize that too about family and having, children. I think, since we're talking about, since somebody brought up my country, right now our president here in the U.S. is Donald Trump, and he used his son, not in a bad way, but like his son's authenticity as a young person to get the vote of the younger group of people, which I think the other person that was running for president wasn't really focused on. They were on a different pulse, whereas this person was like, let me tune into something that, and he did this in various ways by just being in front of those individuals on social media, which I think is a big thing too. And on social media since social media started, so I'm no newbie here. I don't do a lot on it, but I've been around for a long time. So I don't know. I might be aging myself, but I was Planet when you didn't have a face. You might have some pictures, but it wasn't like this video kind of chatting. And you just had, you had to have personality to captivate a chat room. What are you, crazy? You got to captivate people's words coming across the screen with everybody else's words. I did that. But nonetheless, it's like, it's an experience, this whole thing, and you find your joy and pleasure where you want to, right? It's solely up to you, If I find my joy in focaccias, I wanted to do something. I wanted to show everybody how I make my pizzas. I feel like that's a fascinating and fun thing. It's so good. God. It's not even like a hard recipe or anything like that. Thank you, Dorsa. It's not like anything like that. It's I just add to the frozen pizza, but the stuff that I add makes it so yummy. So sorry, I can feel the food in those moments. Anywho, well, my hunger is getting the best of me, and it's actually 1 o'clock, so I think I need to eat. It's 1 o'clock, almost here where I am. I think you guys may be in other countries. Just going off the spelling of the names. But anybody else have any questions or things they want to share or talk about? That blue? Yeah, it's like a grayish blue. I like white. I'm learning to love like the darker hues. I like monochromatic schemes and very much a what do they call it? Mid-century modern. So I like the colors black, white, and brown. So basically like the color of my face, my hair, and my shirt. I like those three, and like combined with earthy colors. So a lot of green. If I were gonna decorate a place, I would decorate in those colors. A lot of plants. I'm not good with having plants stay alive though. But all three of my children are here, okay? Don't judge me. Am I celebrating Christmas? We have a tree and stuff, and I wasn't really planning on it. Like it's neither here nor there to me. Because that's what it ends up being, just like another day. But this time I thought I feel like different since we have a tree. My daughter is 8, so she's kind of into it, so that's why we have a tree. But I was thinking of maybe like cooking a bunch of different like Chinese food on that day, like some crab rangoons and like just different stuff, that we like. Instead of the traditional. I don't even know gumbo. No, that's something I can always go with. I can go with a gumbo. You're going to holiday. Where are you going on holiday to? Are you going somewhere other than where you live, or are you going to do a staycation, a stay holiday? Are you visiting people or just traveling? Travel is so fun and exciting. I feel like, somebody's message has been held for review, so let's see. Let me show it and see who it is. Well, another moderator handled it. Ooh, nice, Asia. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Yeah. I feel like traveling is always fun. Like you know, except for Atlanta. And that's not a joke. I really mean that. If you have a layover and anything like that in Atlanta, I would strongly suggest you like brace yourself, get grounded. That place is that's a time warp. You're going in 1 week. Nice. Unpacking when you get back. Do now this is the thing. So I like to make a list if I can of like everything I need to pack so I don't forget anything. And I'm one of those like people that likes to be, I don't know, I'm like a planner. So so I to do stuff like have like portable chargers, which I learned my lesson because I went to Disney World with my children and I did not have a portable charger. And guess what, guys? They don't have charging stations in Disney World. Okay? Okay. And you need your phone for everything because we were doing all the skipping lines and stuff, but unpacking when I come home is such a mystery. I don't think my children or I like it. I unpack for them and literally like I'll brand new clothes, which because I tend to shop for the vacation. Is that something you do too? Like I'll go shopping for the clothes for the vacation. I'm trying to get out of that, but it's a fun thing, you know. And then I dress according to mood, so it's like packing in general is hard for me because I could put on the outfit that was planned for the event today and it just doesn't feel right, and I'm like, and I will have to change because I dress according to mood, so I tend to overshop. Let's see. Yeah. Do you roll your stuff up? I'm a man. I'm that person that has like a lot of luggage and I have just things to make me feel comfortable in my space. Like I have a traveling, air diffuser. I have a traveling this, a traveling. I also have a great fanny pack, by the way, if anybody's wondering. I've got the fanny pack, the one that has like the needle and thread in it, and the deodorant, and the nail files, and all those things. Mhm. I carry that. But the fanny pack that I have is like super amazing because normally when you have a fanny pack, when you open that zipper, everybody can see all your business. Right? So everybody around sees what's happening for you. But this fanny pack, fortunately for me, the back zipper in it allows you to use up all the front zipper space. So I can close it up and nobody sees all my business. So I've got everything in the world in this one fanny pack. And it's just like, I like, you know what? Yes, you shop for makeup. It's so, oh gosh, I get anxiety shopping for makeup. I have to keep to the same things. I get anxiety. Because, I mean, I would try all, I'll try it all. That's probably the problem. Like, people see me coming. But my favorite shopping is like during holidays. Like, I like that energy of where everything's all decorated and people moving and the air is crisp. And, I like doing stuff like that. Definitely like going shopping like right around the holidays. I've also kept telling myself that I want to be one of those people that goes to like all the stores after the holidays and buys up all the decorations just so I can have all these different decorations. Girls got goals. By the way, speaking of the goals that I have, I've still been wondering about what you call it. What is it called? They closed down the Russes, but I just googled it and it says there's one out here where I'm at, and I'm gonna call it because I want to see. I want to see for myself. But school tomorrow, but I get so tired. So when I come to school, it's raining. That happens when it's raining. So you girls do a lot of makeup. I wonder, like, if that's gonna change anything over time. But you guys are like really good at that stuff. Me, I look like the same girl with a little bit of makeup. So I can't like make my face like even when people do makeup for me and like beat my face, I still look like me. I don't know. I don't think I'm like one of those faces. The girl said that like you can make up on my face and it just keeps going. Like it can eat. It can like sew there. Oh, that's nice. I love Korean. I love a lot of stuff about Korean. When I was younger, I used to watch the soap operas. I've been thinking about to find some new ones lately because I love everything Korean. 안녕하세요. I love everything. I studied Korean in college too. I took Korean language. It was funny too because the girl that I met in class, she was Korean, but she was adopted by an Italian family. So she was totally Italian, but she was Korean, like full Korean. And her birthday just happened to be like, I think we had like the same birthday, and then there's all these weird things that like heard like when we had children, our children are like the synchronicities of their birthdays and our birthdays are weird and like very like it's just a lot of synchronicity. It's so funny. Harry Potter. I haven't watched Harry Potter. I end up Googling stuff and run into Harry Potter. But I haven't watched it. My son talks about Slytherin. Like, do we talk about all kinds of different video games and different stuff? What kind of Korean makeup do you use? This Korean skincare too? Because I tried Shiseido and I actually love how my skin was with Shiseido, but I'm one of those people like I keep popping around because I don't know. I want to commit to something. But lately I've just been I see the same results like with everything. My daughter likes who is that? Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. And I found out that there's some type of like just because we happen to be talking about it at the store, and then the clerk at the register told me about some Stitch thing that's happening, like a live event or something. So I think I'm gonna try to take her to that. But if you don't tell, like that's the important part about sharing about yourself too, is that if you don't, then you might miss out. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Anyway, well, it's 1 o'clock. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go eat salad. I actually made a dressing last night. I made my own version of the Green Goddess dressing, so I'm gonna go try that on my chicken salad. So enjoy your shopping and your holiday, little Miss Dorsa, and catch you next time.